Hey guys, I'm hanging out with my new best friend forever, Mr. CHRIS SHARY, the artist extraordinaire for the Descendents. I'm wearing one of your shirts right now.
I'm wearing one of my shirts right now.
Yeah, I love it. Why are you wearing your face on a t-shirt today?
Okay, so a couple of reasons. So a friend of mine actually made the shirt for me.
Oh, cool.
I obviously did the drawing.
Yeah.
And while I was gone, my wife conspired with him, Isaac Walters, who does Minor Thread. I don't know if you've seen the Minor Thread blog. It's where
have.
he
Oh,
does
yeah,
a new
yeah,
t-shirt
his
every
blog
day,
is
and he's
great.
got like 1,400 shirts that he's done so far. Anyway, Isaac printed this,
Nice.
and was just like, hey, I wanted you to have something. And I thought it'd be rude not to wear a gift.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of funny, wearing your own shirt. It's
I
like,
love it.
It's like, a band's not supposed to wear a shirt of their own, but I don't have any problem wearing this. So anyway.
Yeah. And well, now you've become you're mostly known for the Descendents artwork.
Yeah.
But you're also the punk rock t-shirt guy because you have two exclusive shirts today.
I do.
The one I'm wearing now, and then this beautiful Lillington shirt.
With Donald Trump.
With Donald Trump, yeah, I liked that. that you drew and designed.
Yeah.
And even, do you have that card still?
Yeah, I do. It's in my pocket.
Oh,
yeah.
And you even
Mostly Harmless.
drew the Mostly Harmless t-shirt.
Absolutely.
That I sold the shit out of. So
Good.
thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So one of the things I like to talk to people about, one thing that I'm big on is that I've learned through my years of interviewing people is, nobody will let me be in a band. I know you were in a band.
I was for a little bit.
Yeah. But some people just aren't meant for being in bands.
Right.
Some people,
That was definitely me too.
and some people can find ways to still be interactive and
Right.
participate in this music world. You just happen to do it as art. Art as a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, it was great because all I wanted to ever do was draw. That was it. I wanted to draw and draw and draw. And I like the idea of maybe being in a band, but I was realistic. I knew I don't sing well. I'm loud and I'm hopefully entertaining, but I never thought that that was really what I wanted to do. And I figured, if I can be doing the artwork stuff, it allows for me to have a lot more freedom and flexibility, because things like this, I'm just walking around meeting people, talking to people and stuff, and I don't have to be performing or anything. I do all my stuff behind the scenes, and I love it. And for me, going out and seeing people wearing the shirts, it's really rewarding.
We were sitting at the bar last night, and my friend was like, "How many Descendants shirts did you buy today?" I was like, "Only 2."
We only had 3.
and then we were counting, and they were like, "How many do you own?" It's like a running gag at work.
Yeah.
They're like, "How many Descendants shirts do you own?" And I'm like, 7. That doesn't include the 2 all shirts, and 2 all shirts. And then just look at the closet, and I'm like, mostly I have so many CHRIS SHARY shirts, and it's a wonderful thing. And then so just because of this hobby, you get to do all this amazing stuff.
It's pretty nice.
How did you meet the Descendants to begin with?
Well, the first time that I met, the guys, it was when they were in All, and it was here in Denver actually. It was
Because you're a Denver guy.
Yeah, I'm
Once upon a time.
formerly Denver guy. It was at the Ozatlan Theater, 1989. It was 89 or 90. It was it was either the end of 89 or maybe it was 88. Might have been 88. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was the Ozatlan Theater. They came through town. I met them. I was wearing a Descendents shirt, not one I did because obviously I hadn't worked with them. Bill got talking to me, and I wanted to do a design for the next time they came through town to do a flyer. So I did a flyer design. They liked it, and so I kind of pushed the issue, and I was like, well, if you like the flyer, maybe I could do a t-shirt for you. And they were like, yeah, maybe. And so I did it anyway and sent it to them, kind of unsolicited. And then I kept sending them stuff. And before you knew it, they were like, well, all right, yeah, we do want to use your stuff. And
nice.
And then I didn't give up. I kind of kept going.
Yeah.
And they tolerate me, so that's good.
And then now your stuff is everywhere.
It seems to be, yeah.
It's getting there. More so.
Yeah, it's nice.
How does it feel to walk around this festival and just be like, I did that one, I did that one,
It's
I
great.
did that one, I did that one?
It's really great. And for me, it never gets old, and I never feel, I don't take it for granted,
Nice.
Because I feel like it took a long while to get here, and I appreciate it. But then again, I love t-shirts, so I'm walking around and I'm seeing there's a Brian Walsby shirt, and I see that and I go, oh, that's so rad. My friend Brian did that shirt. And other artists that I know that have done stuff, I love seeing that, and I love t-shirts, so I'm always looking at them anyway. I'm just happy when I can see ones that I did.
Nice. In your day job, you're a teacher.
I am, yeah.
You're a teacher.
High school teacher, so I played hooky yesterday. Stay in school, kids.
Nice. you teach theater, or
I
you
do.
work with the theater kids too?
I do,
And
yeah.
so you're just harnessing all these young minds' potential for art.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's it like to see these kids succeed in these fields?
Oh, it's great. You know, you probably have all heard, you know, like when the light bulb moment goes off, and you know, when I have kids where I see that happening, it's like I feel like I've made a difference, and you know, really, it sounds cheesy, but I got into punk rock and I got into teaching, and I love the idea of making a difference and like actually being able to do something to like invoke a positive change. And in my classroom, I work really, really hard on making it a good, safe environment for kids to be, a productive, a creative, and a place where they can just kind of like be able to explore who they are and revel in the fact that they're weirdos. I mean, I attract weirdos in my classes, and I love it, but I want them to be comfortable with that and just be like, this is who I am, and it's great, you know?
And then, like, so for those kids out there that want to draw, what advice do you have for them, or your students that are like, I want to make t-shirts, how do I do that?
Do it every day.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I draw every day. I'm always drawing. I'm always coming up with
and
ideas.
your blog has some wonderful stuff on it.
Thank you. Yeah, and I do try and do that like every day. I like putting stuff up, and whether it's drawing or it's me taking photographs or whatever. I like the fact that, you know, I'm staying really active, and it's not like I just have this wealth of information that I'm just going, I'll just strobe it out a little bit at a time. I'm working daily on things, and you know, just keep at it. And if you really want to get good at it, you just practice, and you're gonna get better.
And what's great about this scene that we participate in is that we tend to be very welcoming.
Oh, absolutely.
Stuff.
Well, I mean, I am. I mean, I know you are, and I mean, you have to be. And I like to. I mean, when I see somebody, especially that's doing like stuff that I go, wow, you're really good at this. Keep doing it. I try to be as encouraging as I can, because it's not like, you know, anybody's muscling in on my territory. It's not like I'm thinking like, well, you can't do this or what. There's plenty of work for everybody, and I want to see that.
Well, that brings a good mention. I'm sorry, we're gonna touch a bad spot.
Oh, it's fine.
What do you think about the Descendents parody shirts? I know we've talked about this before.
You know, I understand it. You know, and I everybody says, you know, how do I word it? The most sincere form of flattery.
Right. Yeah.
Is,
I think everybody gets the quote.
Yeah. I don't want to be misquoted, but you know where I'm going with it. It just gets a little old, and I mean, if I were in a position where I was wanting to parody something, it seems like I'd want to be a little bit more clever with what I'm doing, and I get it. And sometimes there are ones that I honestly just go, that totally gets a pass from me, because like, I love Bob's Burgers. Fine, go ahead and do everything but. Like, that's, to me, that's funny. So it gets a pass. But a lot of them are just really, really lazy. You know, it's just taking Milo Goes to College and just putting like a name of a different band and just saying, you know, like the name of their singer does something. And it's like, that's lazy. I mean, you know, be a little bit more creative. So I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad thing all the time. I'm just, I think I'd be tired of it. You know, if I were in a band, I would be trying to do something a little bit more clever. But I get it.
And they can always come to you and be like, Chris, what ideas do you have?
Yeah, and then I'll go, none.
So on a shirt like this,
Yeah.
Where does the concept come from? Is it just,
So
I mean, this is obvious Lucifer, the infamous DIA horse.
So when I think of Denver, you know, obviously the Bronco colors. I mean, that comes to mind immediately.
This is definitely a good look on me.
Well, and what I like about that is like, if you're a punker and you don't really like the Broncos, but somebody invites you to a Bronco party or something, like, you don't want to wear like the Bronco shirt. You can wear this and not feel like a total dork. So I thought it was saying, yay, Denver, but also, you can be included if you really don't like this too. And Lucifer, I mean, it's the weirdest freaking thing. I can't believe that Denver did it. And that's kind of ballsy. I liked it. And it's, you know, it's Riot Fest and rodeo. So Milo riding it for rodeo.
Yeah.
It seemed like it made sense. And he's got an all belt buckle.
Nice. And so what's the collaboration process on something like the Lillington shirt?
So on the Lillingtons one, so Tim O'Hara, the drummer, got a hold of me and said, hey, we want to do an exclusive shirt for the Riot Fest thing, you know, with the humanoid theme, and we want to have that. And basically Tim just said, this is kind of what I want to do with it. So what would that look like? So I just put it together and did like a rough pencil sketch. He gave me some feedback on like, hey, let's try doing like, let's give Alex a battle axe instead. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fun. So I made some slight changes and I mean, really, I whipped that out in like 2 days because they were like, dude, I'm sorry, we totally blew this off. And
well, the same happened with you and me. You,
oh yeah,
overnight, I was just like, hey, I got this idea for a shirt, and within a day, you were like, here you go, and it's amazing, and it's the most popular shirt that I've made yet.
Thank you.
And it was brilliant. It was so easy to work with you. I don't know why everybody doesn't work with it.
There's not enough time. I mean, that's really what it is. You know, I would love to be able to say, yeah, I'll take anything on, but I can't. You know, and right now with Descendents going on tour, that's kind of taken precedent for everything because like we're doing a lot of shirts for these tours, and so like I have to do that. And if I'm working on that, I can't really do everything else. Yeah. So there you go.
Is there anybody out there that you're like, because especially recently you've been making some killer shirts. Is there anybody you're like bucket list for t-shirts?
Oh yeah, bucket list. So I have a very short bucket list. They Might Be Giant. I mean, and they're all over the place. It's They Might Be Giants, the Go-Go's, Madness, the Sex Pistols, Red Cross actually. And I mean, I know those guys. Red Cross, and I was just talking with Against Me today. I mean, I'd love to do something for the Against. Maybe the Cramps would be like huge for me too. So I don't know. We'll see.
Hell yeah, man. I think we've covered enough bases here.
Cool.
I think we did some good stuff. Any advice for some other kids out there who might, want to do art? I guess we already talked about that, but
yeah,
any other final words of wisdom from the almighty Chris Sharry?
Be cool, stay in school, don't be a dope, say nope to dope. No, that doesn't, that sounds bad. I don't know.
You're a teacher, inspire.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
doing
something, well, keep doing it. And do it, and here's a good one. Just because you have something that you really like to do, it doesn't have to be your career. Your enjoyment could come from your hobby and not your career.
Yeah, because this is a hobby for you.
It is a hobby. Yeah. It is a hobby, and I have a tremendous amount of satisfaction from it.
Nice.
My career is great too, but my hobby is kind of where I really thrive.
Right. Same. And myself included.
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way with just randomly talking to people with microphones. You too can participate. I like the idea that there's a place for all of us.
There
to
is,
participate.
absolutely there is. Just figure it out.
We'll find it each other. So, Chris, so much fun.
Damian, thank you so much.
Can we do this again? Can we meet up for coffee regularly and chat about art?
Yeah, if I'm around, no problem.
Come back soon.
All right.
Miss you.
Right on.
Another day goes by. We can't live like this anymore.